Hello and welcome back. Robert here from Alvanda, the ultimate business and work management platform. And today we're going to talk a little bit about communication and specifically how to communicate in order to manage your projects better, manage your team better, manage your work better. So we're going to talk about 3 points today, and all of these, if you do well, you will see that typically nothing will get miscommunicated. Everything will be in a place where work just flows and it flows and it flows, right? So that is the goal. That's the goal of effective communication, so that you don't have delays, you don't have grudges, people getting disgruntled about, hey, I misunderstood, or I shouldn't have done that, or this work is wasted, or, things of that nature. We want to avoid that. Instead, we want things to go as smoothly and as well as possible. So these are the 3 things that I believe will lead to effective communication. And number 1, it's context. Context is king in terms of communication, because if you do not have context, then the entire process of communication takes 2, 3, 4, 5 times longer. Let me give you an example. Many people like Slack. I stayed away from Slack as much as I could. At one point, we hired some directors in one of my companies that insisted that we use Slack because it's better for communication and so on and so forth. We've had nothing but issues with those people, or we've had more issues than we've had good experiences. We've lost significant amounts of money because of their project management style and so on and so forth. They're basically managing projects through Slack, which is horrible. How could you do that? You have no context there. If you need to work on a specific task, let's say you use Jira, or let's say you use Alvanda, or you use Monday or Basecamp, doesn't matter. Wherever you are working, there's a task there. Maybe it's a Google Doc. There's a task there. There's a deliverable there that you are working on. If you need someone's feedback on that task, on that deliverable, ask right there. Make it contextual. If you need feedback on a document, ping someone. Say, hey, could you please give me feedback on this document? Or even if you ping them in Slack, put the link there. Hey, I finished this document. It's about this, this, and this. The purpose is this. The client is this, whatever. And could you please help me with this? Give them context. What do you want? Where is it? And so on and so forth. I can tell you how many times I've gotten messages in the past, not now, but many times in the past. Hey, could you please help me with checking this task that I was supposed to do? Okay, where is it? Oh, well, I sent you the link yesterday. So what? I've gotten 50 other messages since yesterday. Why does it matter that you sent me the link yesterday? If you want my help with something right now for this, you obviously have it open in your tab because you just finished it. You just copy the link and send it to me, right? And this is not me having a pet peeve there. This is me explaining how effective communication is in general. Because whether it's me on the receiving end of this message, or you or anyone else, how much more effective is it to have the context right there in the same message? Right? It's even more effective when you can communicate directly on a task. And Alvanda allows you to do that. Atlassian, Jira, Trello, Basecamp, and so on and so on. All of these, let's say, mature business and project management tools have this. You can talk directly on the task. So do that. Whenever you have context, talk on that piece of context, right? Number 2 is specificity. For example, instead of someone coming to a meeting and saying, hey, the app is buggy, okay, you tell me what we're supposed to do with that piece of information. You will see that there's not much you can do. Okay, the app is buggy. What do I do now? What do I fix? What do I look into? What do I check? This means that someone on that side, the person that's saying the app is buggy, is not effectively communicating, because that same person can say, this app has these 3 bugs. When you log in, you have this issue. When you try to create a task, it has this issue. When you try to whatever. These are the exact issues. This is when they occur. This is how it should act, like what should happen, and so on and so forth. That is effective communication. Don't come and say the app is buggy or anything like that, or I don't like the website. What about it? What don't you like? I don't know. I just don't like it. Imagine how low the quality of that conversation is when this is the level of generality people bring to the conversation. Don't be that guy. Don't be that person. Be the person that always talks in specifics, right? this specific thing about what you said last week, I prefer you would say differently. This is why I didn't like it, and this is what I think you could have, or this is how else I think you could have conducted yourself. Much better communication. Instead of having a conversation with someone and saying, I don't like our relationship, or I don't like how this is going. What's this? Define this, right? Like, let's have that conversation. Let's see, what is this about, right? So that's to specificity. Obviously, you know that in each case, you need to be specific about whatever it is you're discussing. And then number 3, and very, very important as well, is professionalism. I cannot tell you how many times I've caught people off that are swearing, or that are having negative vibes, or that are otherwise not good company. You're saying, no, I'm not going to tolerate that. No. Do not swear. Stop it. Like, but I am upset. Okay, and what are you, 15? What are we doing here? Okay, you're upset. I get upset. Everyone gets upset. That's why you become an adult. That's why you become a professional. So that you take that energy of anger, of upsetness, you journal about it, you write it down, and you say, okay, what am I upset about? Because the app is buggy. Okay, what can I do about it? I can help the team to tell them what parts are buggy, and then relay that information properly. This is what a professional, a mature adult does with anger, right? They funnel it into something productive, and then they take it from there. So remain a professional at all times. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens, because at the end of the day, you can't say that my relationship to you depends on how you treat me. No. What is that? I'm not 15. I'm not in high school to say stupid stuff like that. I should take responsibility for every single thing I do, everything I say, everything I think, every way in which I act. So if you come to a meeting and you're upset because, your cat passed away or whatever happened, right? Okay, you're upset. If you want to, let's have the meeting later, or let's at least discuss these 3 things politely, professionally, and then let's move on. You can go on with your day and we can have another conversation tomorrow. Again, don't be the guy or the person that is not bringing professionalism to the conversation. You should be the most professional person in the room. And if there are other people more professional than you are, guess what? You're in good company. Hopefully you can learn from them. So hopefully this helps. Again, those were the 3 items. You can take note on each one of them in the video. If you want my help personally, I'm robert@alvanda.com. And if you want our help in growing your business and scaling your operations, go to alvanda.com and I shall see you there.